Even the biggest celebrities had to start somewhere, and it's often in roles you'd never expect. The Oprah Winfrey Show dominated daytime television for years, turning Oprah into a billionaire by 2003. But before all the fame, she was a news anchor for the local news.
The 36-year-old woman was convicted of throwing gasoline on her husband and setting him ablaze.
Satellite is back in orbit today and back in the business of watching for...
However, she was fired from that job for showing too much emotion. And it turned out to be the best thing that could have happened, as it led her to pivot into talk shows.
You went initially to be an anchor woman, and then it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I got fired.
Okay, maybe Dwayne Johnson didn't have the best GPA, but he had some underrated football skills and aimed making it to the NFL. But during his college football career, he suffered a shoulder separation, a torn Achilles heel, and 5 knee injuries, which eventually led him to do wrestling instead. Rihanna is so talented that after auditioning for Jay-Z and L.A. Reid, they didn't want her to leave the room without signing a contract. But long before being known, she was already showing off her talents during the Miss Comber pageant in Barbados.
If you reach into your soul, and the soul that you know, not to wear.
A young Adam Sandler took his skills to the famous franchise The Improv, where he was visibly nervous.
I saw this cute girl on the street today. I was with my friend. I said, boy, I wish I could ask her out, but I don't know what to say. My friend said, just ask her out. The worst she can say is no. So I asked her out, and she said, get away from me, you loser. And I was kind of like, I think you broke the rules there, huh?
It was also at the same comedy club in which he was randomly approached after a set by a director, which led to his career as an actor.
Did stand up at the Improv. It's probably my 3rd time ever. I get off stage, 2 or 3 nice youngsters came up to me, hey, that was good. You want to be in a movie? I said, yeah, for sure. They were like, okay, we're going to make a movie. We're doing a movie on a boat. I said, okay, when? Next week we leave. I go, okay, great. I said, so do I have a big part? They go, well, you're the star. I go, okay, cool. yeah, that's me, skinny. And that's, yeah, I get shut down by a girl there. Thanks for showing that. It's good without volume.
And then what?
Before fame, Katy Perry was a Christian singer and songwriter under her birth name, Katie Hudson. Even though she didn't gain widespread recognition until she transitioned to pop, she performed at small venues and churches during her early days.
You are the only one who really knows just who I am.
Soon after graduating high school, Aaron Paul, who's known for his role as Jesse in Breaking Bad, was a contestant on The Price is Right to make extra money. And if you're wondering why he has so much energy, he later revealed that he drank 6 Red Bulls before appearing on the show. Kim Kardashian used to work as an assistant for Paris Hilton, helping organize her clothes and with styling. She can even be seen doing her job on an episode of The Simple Life well before she became famous.
That is if I ever go to India outfit.
Really?
Yes.
Are you planning on going?
Yes. But don't you have to, cover up everything?
You're not allowed to show any of your hair. You would have to
Your hair?
Your hair. It's like a law.
Are you allowed to have blonde hair?
Kim learned a lot from Paris Hilton and was inspired to create her own reality show, which shot her to levels of fame never seen before for reality stars. Jimmy Fallon dropped out of college in 1995 to pursue comedy full-time, earning just $7.50 per stand-up set. This is the earliest known footage of Fallon performing at the MDA Telethon in 1997, well before his rise to fame.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Fallon, and welcome to the auditions for Troll Productions Incorporated. Remember, we're looking for a star or celebrity to sponsor our new line of troll dolls and our new series of commercials. So let's start the auditions. Thanks for coming. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Okay, people, okay. I mean, we look at these things. I mean, why don't the arms and legs move?
He also showcased his musical talents, leaving some people wondering if he had chosen the wrong career path.
In 25 years, I'll be 30 years old. I'm 5 and I'm sitting here playing with this troll that I got for Christmas. And so I play with this shirt and I play with this hair. I'm gonna hurt my friend, so I'll put you right there and I'll be back in a minute.
Before fame, Keanu Reeves worked as a correspondent for a Canadian Broadcasting Corporation show called Going Great, which showcased kids with incredible talents. It was his first time on TV, and he took on the role of the reporter.
When Going Great sent me to check out the first Canadian International Teddy Bear Convention, I thought I was in for a lot of craziness. Why are all the bears' first name Ted?
Marco Pierre White is one of the most renowned British chefs, having earned 3 Michelin stars. He also has a distinctive attitude that you might find familiar.
Got 2 fish. Where's Harry? Harry!
Gordon Ramsay was trained by Marco Pierre and made a small appearance in a documentary from the 1980s that follows Marco around while he ran the kitchen at Harvey's restaurant. One can see a 19-year-old Gordon Ramsay helping in the kitchen and learning from the chef.
Doesn't just respect food, but actually loves eating food. And I think that's why he's gone so far within the profession, because without any classical training, I mean, he's got this great understanding for food. When you make the ravioli, you've got to make sure that there's no air pockets inside the actual ravioli.
Although Ramsay didn't get much screen time on the documentary, he went on to completely overshadow his mentor. Interestingly, their relationship later soured, with Pierre making some scathing remarks about his once promising protege.
My second option was to live a lie, to pretend I cook when I don't cook, continue to charge high prices, question my own integrity and everything that I've ever worked for.
Gordon Ramsay you're describing here, yes?
I'm just giving you a little bit of clarity.
Okay.
Exactly why they fell out is a bit of a mystery. Marco mentioned that Gordon's focus on media fame over cooking and bringing a camera crew to Marco's wedding without telling him were key issues. But after years of bad blood, they finally made amends when Marco visited Gordon's restaurant. Jim Carrey shot to fame in 1990 after being cast in Living Color, but throughout the 80s he made ends meet with stand-up comedy and small supporting roles, while searching for his big break. This is rare footage of Jim Carrey performing stand-up before his rise to stardom.
The sexy, the incomparable, Tom Jones!
While one might know her from Suits or as a former member of the royal family, Meghan Markle was once a briefcase model on Deal or No Deal.
Meghan, open the case.
Despite the pay of the show being really good at $800 per episode, she ended up quitting since she didn't like being objectified.
Ended up quitting the show. I was so much more than what was being objectified on the stage.
Before Jennifer Lopez became a singer and an actress, she was one of the dancers in the comedy show In Living Color. Eventually, she left to work as a backup dancer for Janet Jackson, and she can still be seen in some of her music videos. A few years before Microsoft became the tech giant we know today, Bill Gates appeared in a promotional video for the launch of Apple's Mac computer, which is ironic considering they later became competitors.
Great machine. It's a step forward in terms of the way it uses graphics and the speed, and this is a machine that a lot of people are going to be able to afford. That's a very, very useful machine.
In order to pay the bills while doing auditions for roles, Mark Ruffalo participated in some interesting commercials.
3 pimples you have, zap. Fight once you don't. Zap, double thick, double medicine, double zap.
And you can tell when Jimmy Fallon brought up the legendary commercial, he was a little embarrassed about it.
Maybe your first job ever. Do you remember doing a Clearasil commercial? Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
You're about to remember this. This is great. Here.
When VH1 rebooted The Partridge Family, they held a 9-week talent show to find the perfect cast. Among the contestants was Emma Stone, who showcased some hidden talents, including her singing abilities. Emma Stone did end up winning and got cast for the show. Sadly, those 9 weeks of competitions didn't really pay off, since they only filmed the pilot and decided to shelf the remake. Before launching her music career, Lady Gaga was determined to become an actress and attended Cap 21 Theater School. That's why you can spot her in a brief appearance on The Sopranos in Season 3. Paige Van Zandt made her UFC debut in 2012 and quickly became one of the most popular fighters in the women's division. But before hitting it big, she appeared in a steam mop commercial for Bissell.
Let's clean up after your mop and bucket.
Wow, that looks way easier. You don't have to pump it?
Nope, all you have to do is pull the trigger.
Bradley Cooper didn't land an acting job until he was 26. While still a student, he attended Inside the Actors Studio and even asked Robert De Niro a question hoping to impress him.
Research and how you interviewed a lot of patients, people who had different diseases. And there was one mannerism that you had during the interview process when they were asking you where you wanted to go outside the building, go for a walk. And you went like this with your finger and you sort of made up for it by rubbing your eyebrow.
Right.
And I was wondering, is that something that you would saw people do, sort of try to make up for their tics, or was that something that happened in the moment?
That's a good question.
Years later, their paths crossed again when they co-starred in the movie Limitless. When Barack Obama was just a second-year law student at Harvard, he was seen giving a speech during a protest after the school failed to offer tenure to women of color as law professors.
How's he accomplished all this? He hasn't done it simply by his good looks and easy charm. Although he has both in ample measure.